Mic check.
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 I hear myself.
Check, check.
I hear you.
All right. Well, let's start the show then. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong song. Hold on. Sorry. So, how about those Dodgers?
That song completely threw me off. I don't know what the hell that was, but that was not our song.
No, it was not our song.
Thinking some sort of rock song.
Look, we're still having technical difficulties here.
Okay. But nobody needs to know about this.
No.
We can edit this part out.
No. And we're recording the show completely naked, by the way. So just imagine.
Yeah. Except for the dingle balls.
I don't have dingle balls.
Yeah.
Okay. Break it down.
Live from the Den of Inequity. Sorry.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah. Some motivational music. Feeling smarter and motivated. How you feeling, Tom?
I'm feeling fine.
All right. So whatever popped up on the screen cut me out, actually.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
What was that? Oh, now I do hear myself, but I didn't for a second.
All right, so.
Okay.
Welcome to the show again.
Yes.
Welcome.
So we're welcome to you too, and to our 3.2 listeners.
That would be you and me.
Be you.
And I think
kitty.
the bird is getting in on the action.
The bird, yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's like,
my
hey,
kid,
you suck.
My kid, that I'll make listen to this a little bit. We were going to talk about Trump, and then we'll get off on some other tangent. But
what about Trump?
Trump,
what about Trump?
Saying something nasty
I'll
about.
I'll sue you. You're talking about me.
He, in a closed-door meeting, he referred to Haiti as a S-hole. Sounds like crap. Hole of a country. He said, "Why do we have to take immigrants from people like?"
I think what I said, Bob, was it's a shithole. There's shitholes of a country. Countries.
I know. And somebody got offended and had to leak it to the press and make a huge deal about it. And who cares?
Who's somebody? Who do we
Probably
know?
some femme liberal.
What?
You know, some limp.
Why would you think that? Why would you automatically
mouth.
go in that direction? Do you know what's happening right now?
Well, it wasn't General Kelly. That's for sure.
You don't know. Look, his entire cabinet is like melting down over the book shit and just everything going crazy. It's running off the rails. You got to admit that, brother.
Yeah, everything's falling apart. We're on the brink of nuclear war. The economy's collapsed.
Look, my button is big as your button.
China
right,
and
so
China and
my
Russia
button.
are about to invade. China and Russia are really getting it on together so they can take us apart.
What do you think about that
Europe
stuff?
hates our guts.
Okay, valid point. What do you think about that stuff going on in South Korea? I mean, North Korea basically said we're going to cut America out of the reunification negotiations or whatever the hell that is. And they started with the Olympic thing, right? And South Korea, I guess, folded like a ton of bricks. I guess there's a whole liberal coalition there that says, or that wants, like mostly students, we must have reunification, which, of course, who doesn't want that? But you have to do it in an equitable way. So they cut us out, and they're talking directly with South Korea. And here we are with half of our naval fleet.
Well, how dare they diss Trump like that? He's got to be the leader in these talks, don't you think? I mean, he's the man. I mean, without him, North Korea would just go over and take over.
What does being a man have to do with it?
I don't
know. Are you a misogynist? Why do they have to be a man with a swoop of a haircut? Looks like a Nike swoosh.
Speaking of why does it have to be a man, Hillary probably would have us in a war by now. But I guess Trump is kicking the crap out of ISIS.
What?
Hillary would, she did seem to be Muslim sympathetic or whatever, but she seemed like a hawk to me. She laughed. She was on some interview and she started laughing about people dying in war. And
what?
Yeah. I can't remember the details, but I used it against liberals on Facebook community here in town.
Wait a minute, did you say you can't remember what she said, but you use it against liberals?
No, she started laughing. She was in an interview probably around mid 2000s, Somebody brought up war and lots of people dying, and she started laughing hysterically.
Whoa!
Even
What
the-
is it good for?
Yeah.
Remember, kids? 2 shots to the back of the dome. Double tap, bitches.
Yeah, there you go. The liberal interviewer was a little put off too when she was acting like that. But
How did you know she was liberal?
the interviewer.
woman.
No, I can't remember, but I knew it was somebody from MSNBC or CNN or something like that.
Oh, I see. So one of the liberal news outlets is
Liberal
quote, quote, air quotes, hovering in the air.
festering, yeah, liberal, yeah, well, whatever. It is late for me. It's only like a little after 9, but for Mark time, it's after midnight. So you'll have to carry the show.
We gonna get all hang out.
Carry the show on those broad shoulders of yours.
All right. So let's move away from politics for a moment and into
Okay. We got-
local hyperalized HOA politics.
Oh, yes. Oh, can you hear that? That's my adult beverage with ice.
Adult beverage.
Okay.
Is that like adult diapers?
Well, too much adult beverage, and you do need adult
I'm
beverage.
looking forward to getting old. You know why? Because I will be able to grab a pair of Depends, scoop them up, slam them down on the counter, and go, "Yep, those are mine, and I'm buying them."
Yeah.
In fact,
Then head on over to Hometown Buffet and eat as much as you
that's
want.
right. In fact, I'm peeing right now.
Mm.
I like that. I mean, think of the convenience. No longer do I have to touch a disgusting toilet bowl or aim anymore.
Right. And your own urine. I mean, if you're sitting there in
I
a
could be
pool,
sitting there in a job interview. So, Mr. Smith, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm glad you asked that question.
and your urine is was sterile. So you can sit in a puddle of it, and you're not going to really hurt yourself.
What
you
you
might
really
get a little
wanted to say
diaper
was
rash.
you could drink it.
You could drink it. Well, you could.
I heard
Well,
they
let's not
some
talk about
kung fu
Jessica Alba and-
motherfuckers in China do that shit. They'd be like,
Not surprised.
"Urine, I was recycled again."
Okay.
Jesus, it tastes worse than a Bud Light.
Oh, that would be bad. Okay.
So anyway, so where were we?
HOA and keeping your garage door open so they can prove you're not renting out your garage, right? Or
Right. So apparently, in some part of, I don't know, bumfucked Egypt, I'm assuming, where the laws of equanimity do not apply, some HOA made an edict saying that you had to keep your garage doors open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, and because someone had committed the heinous deed of subletting their garage to someone else, I guess they turned it into a bedroom or something. And
it must be Republicans lining their filthy
what a
pockets.
stupid, just mind-bogglingly stupid idea. Oh, by the way, they charge you $200 if you don't comply because it's the HOA, and
No.
they're somehow superseding federal and state government
And what happens
regulations,
if
I suppose.
all your stuff gets stolen that's in the garage that you don't want in your house?
Right? Well, even then, you're providing cover for burglars.
Yes.
You can go.
And immigrants.
I'll just go in here and wait, look at me. You go ahead and open this lock and steal all the crap inside. I mean, what is this?
Hey,
Ozark?
It's stunning. I can barely think of a response. So an HOA in LA somewhere? Sorry.
Well, okay. So I saw this thing on Facebook, and I think it was Wendy. What's her name? Smith.
Wendy
Albright.
Albright, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she posts.
Smith.
She's gonna
you know
kill
it wasn't Smith, yeah. Jones, whatever her name is. Isn't she Mormon? Is she Mormon? No.
She's gonna blow the fuck out of both of us with a fucking AK-47.
Yeah.
No, so Wendy Albright, I guess she posted this article, and I don't know, it could have been fake news, but it said the headline was it was in California too.
Okay.
So where I didn't click on it because I have a life. But anyway, so I read the headline, which is a great way to get news. Just read the headline.
read the headline.
Don't even look at the article.
They put
Just
the most important stuff in the headline.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. And then you need to see how many frowny faces or angry faces to judge the reaction if it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
And then look at the top comment, which is usually my butthole stinks for some reason. Whatever, something that has nothing to do with the article is usually the top comment.
If it gets more likes by your friends than to agree with whatever it says,
And then just
your
share
friends
it.
don't like it, then you get big arguments against it.
Right. And of course, because of the smiley angry faces, or you have to share it blindly. Just share it.
You
And
can't help
don't
it.
even say anything because you're too cool. This has outraged you. You're beyond words. You're just, I can't. I just no. Right?
So Wendy Smith and Jones Albright posted this, and
She's like double tap to the back of the head.
have you met her?
No,
I've met her a couple times. She's cool.
Yeah,
She's
she looks cool.
got a smashing figure too. So, but she knows that.
She's got a smashing figure.
She's not ashamed
Tom.
of her figure.
Let me tell you, when I tied an onion to my belt, which was the fashion at the time.
Yeah. No. Oh, I don't want to go into Wendy's figure too much, but anyway. Now I can't think of anything else.
Okay,
Right.
so we were talking
Jessica
about
Alba. Jessica Alba. Okay. Because I always think of her. So.
Of course.
HOAs, doors open, valuables in the garage, but you got to leave your garage door open so that makes it easier for the poor, unfortunate thieving, not immigrants, to get into your garage.
Look, of course I'm not going to, hurt anybody over something like that if that happened in my HOA, but I would make life very uncomfortable for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. Do you hear me? Everyone.
Well, that would deserve some lawyer time.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take a crap on the fairway. And maybe I'll raise some rabbits. How about that?
There's something awful you could put it in your garage to where they'd say, no, please close your door.
Oh, wait a minute. Take a dump in your garage.
Yeah.
Even better. Just a big pile of dog shit.
And pornographic of the posters of the worst kind. And
yeah, because they probably cite you for some kind of disgusting, like sanitation.
So you collect dog crap from the park because you want to help the environment. And you're going to turn it into mulch, dog crap mulch.
Okay.
So you're helping the environment.
But are we zoned for that? You can't just have a Bandini mountain in your garage, man. Okay. No, but I like the idea that you said that, you had, some posters, right?
Yeah.
Just really,
Sex toys.
Well, I'm amazed that you went there, Mark, but I was thinking more of like,
well, I'm surrounded by them every time I come
meme
over.
posters or something.
Bean posters?
Meme.
Oh,
meme.
yes.
Get with it, man. It's the 1980s.
I've heard of a meme. That's the new word for joke. When my son says, have you seen this meme or did you hear this meme? No, I didn't hear that meme. Usually have pictures associated with it.
Not originally. Originally it meant to be a thought or idea that went viral.
Any idea where the word came from?
Yeah, Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins.
M.E.
Your probably your least favorite author. He's a scientist.
He's getting that.
He's an atheist, and he wrote a book, a very famous book called The God Delusion.
He lives in fairy fucking land.
He's British. He will slice and dice pretty much most people with just rapier-like logic.
Well, he was in a movie called Expelled, No Intelligence Required, I think, and. Ben Stein, or who's that Stein that was in the movie?
Bueller,
yeah.
Bueller, Dry Eyes, Visine, Bueller, Get My Money, Ben Stein's Money.
Okay, Ben Stein, yes. And Ben Stein, they were talking about how could life originate on Earth, and Dawkins admitted that it seemed pretty much impossible, but possibly life was seeded on Earth by aliens. And then Stein just looked at him and didn't say anything. But the obvious question is, well, who started life on that planet then? How does all this get started? I don't know if you probably haven't read much about this kind of thing.
Of course I have. Look, let me tell you something.
I know you have.
I'm a centrist. I read right wing publication. I read left wing publication. Look, when you go to the extremes, I think anybody, no matter what degree you are, you're going to have some stomach churning, right, and some stuff that's really like I don't agree with that. Most of us are kind of in the middle of both, either kind of left or right, right. But I think it's a good idea to read those publications from both. It's easy to see different perspectives.
Yeah.
So no, absolutely. No, I think Richard Dawkins is 100% correct about all of his assumptions. Well, he's a physicist, first of all, so he can't claim that he has mastery of all the different disciplines. Yes, usually being at that level of being a physicist, he can he's in that circle, right? So there's understanding, but he's also relying on what other people did as well, and plus he has an agenda.
Yeah, he does.
Which is to stop the world in his mind.
Religion.
In his mind, he thinks that religion is, well, at the least of all annoying, but but he believes it can be harmful. And I don't subscribe to something that.
Yeah, good thing Hitler didn't become religious. I think how bad he would have been then.
Well, there are no atheists in foxholes, I can say.
Stalin, Hitler,
right? Yeah,
Castro.
Everyone's an atheist until the bullets start flying. Then it's like, God, I haven't spoken to you in a while.
Yeah.
But please,
Chairman
if you get me out of this, I will totally go to church. Maybe.
Even if I don't think you're there, I'll still go to church. I don't want to get too in depth with this tonight because I'm tired.
Sure.
I wouldn't make a
I'm
good
tired.
argument.
That's the theme of our show.
But if you look back at
the show's going to be called "I'm Tired."
What damage Christianity has done throughout history, and what damage, well, lack of Christianity has done, or atheists like Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, Castro, Chairman Mao. They killed
Chairman Meow. What did he ever do to anybody? He's so cute on the internet
people.
with the images and the little cap that has the star. Man, don't be bagging on Chairman Meow.
That the Chinese cat? Oh yeah.
No, he's the
Chinese
cute little
grumpy
internet
cat.
icon. And he wears
Really?
he wears a little suit with a little commie star on there, and he's like, I am your leader, yo.
Oh yeah, CNN and MSNBC cover Chairman Meow quite a bit. I think that's where you get to the real news. Okay.
What kind of music do you think Chairman Meow would listen to nowadays? Do you think he'd be a hip hop guy? Do you think Kim Jong Un is Kim Jong Un? I want to know what music he listens to, because that tells a lot about a person, right? I mean, what if he's up in the White House the anti-White House?
Yeah.
He's up in the whatever fucking thing they got growing there that's going to fall apart in 2 seconds, And what if he's like beatboxing? What if he's like doing he's got all those people lined up and they're all they've been trained from birth to be a different beat of sound, and he's like, all right, y'all, we're gonna break it down. And then the kids are like, and they're like popping up and down as they're doing the beat.
Yes, very good.
It could very well happen.
Did you make that up right now? That's very creative.
Wasn't that?
You didn't think of that earlier. No, I think that's pretty good.
No, what?
No, it is good. That's very good. You're very creative, and I mean that sincerely.
Well, thank you.
And here I am sitting over here in a daze.
I'm tired.
But that I am tired. I can't believe you talked me into this crap. Anyway, okay.
Wait, we got to go to the end of the tape there.
What? Oh yeah. Well, how many minutes have we gotten yet?
What am I, Mr. Wizard, motherfucker?
Can you?
The monitor's in front of you.
I'm gonna step away from the mic for a second, so keep talking.
All right. When the whippoorwills whisper in the wind will whisper back. Oh, fat and chubby lady.
Well, we're at 560 seconds. What is that? 3 minutes or something?
Well, I suppose we could cut it off and then.
No, we don't have to stop unless you're ready.
Don't stop.
No, that's not. That must be. That must be beats, or I don't know what that.
Right,
560 is.
How about this? We'll do a song.
Okay, maybe we could take a break, and I'll do the stair machine or whatever.
What? Are you okay?
Dude, okay, you do a song.
Wait, no. I have to have an audience.
All right, but we can't have dead air. Remember that.
Dead air.
While
I find the song. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yes. I've got my noisemaker. And.
There we go. All right, here we go.
booze.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you. You're all beautiful people. Wise men say. Thank you. Thank you very much. Only fools rush in. All right. 'Cause I can't help falling in love. No, I can't, Don. I got the Kung Fu pose.
Yes, you do.
Stay? Would it be a sin? Thank you.
Live band.
But I can tell. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
I think we just lost that. That was a pretty good performance that everybody missed. But I can attest that you.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
front,
Indeed.
front and back. And you got my back, don't you, bro?
I don't know. If, maybe when you
And why
say
do
it
you
like
keep
that, I
throwing
don't know.
quarter- You know, don't keep throwing those dollar bills on the floor because I can't help but pick them up. You know that.
I can't help
And why you
picking
like me
the
to wear these?
dollar bills up with my buttocks.
And why you like me to wear these raggedy ass jeans? I mean, raggedy ass.
Hey, remember Sergio
Jeans.
Valente? You're old enough to remember that shit. The whole jeans craze.
No, I don't.
Not late 1970. Sergio Valente, so hot.
Is that a
so
brand?
Cool. No, that was a commercial, dude. And then like you had
But a brand of jeans or something?
yeah, they were on chicks, right? They were skin tight.
I like chicks.
Chicks
You said
are great.
chicks.
Chicks. You know, look. So Brooke Shields made him famous. Remember her?
Yeah, I
Now,
remember
here's
she
the
did.
funny
She,
thing, right?
she
So
did porno in the Blue Lagoon or whatever. So yeah, she's a
It was
porno.
not
porno.
porno.
Chick
No, it was a movie, and
with porn in it.
sort
And
of.
she was what, 13 or something?
I don't know about that.
Some
That's,
damn thing. She was pretty young, so
What is-
we're not,
who's that guy?
focusing on
who's
her
that guy
too
who,
much.
that escaped to France? The
Polanski.
yeah, this wasn't a Polanski film, was
Yeah,
it?
well, that's good. No, I mean, it was actually a pretty good movie, and she was a beautiful young girl. But it would be banned, and people would go to jail.
It was banned. It
Was
was.
it?
It was
Really?
banned. Yeah, and HBO. Not HBO, the Playboy Channel ran it like nonstop, continuous. Like, look, free porn. We've paid for it once, and now we're gonna show it again and again. Hey,
really?
remember when you
I
were?
saw it on like HBO or I think I saw it at the theater actually.
Do you remember? Are you old enough to remember when you were a kid and like? And
No, I've passed that stage. Am I old enough? When I was 20, no, actually, when I was like 40, I could still remember being a kid. But now I'm not even certain that it happened. But there
well,
are pictures.
Whoever he was probably snot-nosed little prick. Because no, when you were a kid, right, and they had like there wasn't cable like they had today. It was 2 channels.
I do remember that.
TV, 13
Yeah.
channels, and
Yeah.
SAENA, Channel 12, the Mexican channel. And
They
then
didn't
like
have
there were
that
three
They stopped that at the border in Wyoming.
and
They didn't get past the border with that crap.
okay. I'm pretty sure that Wyoming's got
But-
a huge population of Mexican Americans.
Not back in the day. So-
Right. Okay. So anyway, but then on Channel 3 it was the God Channel with Tammy Faye Baker. Please send us your money, or God will strike me dead. The guys in the organ
Yeah.
in the back, playing. But then you flipped it to the other channel, which was premium TV, and usually that meant porn,
Yeah.
Playboy.
Yeah.
Now, if you were a bachelor, like my dad was at the time, that meant basically Playboy. But
Huh.
he didn't want to pay for it, like many people did. So he went down to radio. He was an electrical engineer, so he went down to Radio Shack, and for like $22.50 in parts, came back with a tuner and a soldering gun, and went to work on this box.
Yeah, nice.
He's like, I build satellite communication devices for a living. I think I can take care of this. Busts it open and solders some stuff, and then he makes this tuner, right? Because when you watched, if you didn't have premium channel, it would come in like this rainbow scrambled thing. Remember
Yeah.
that? And sometimes you tilt your head going, I think I can see a boob.
You actually could if you tried hard,
And
which a lot
sometimes-
of us tried really hard to do.
Sometimes on Christmas nights, it would, for maybe 5 seconds, turn completely clear. And man, you were like searching for lotion or fucking some bullshit anywhere.
Chapstick, anything to moisturize.
Right. You
Pretty
know.
much, right?
Yeah.
Because
And then you come back to
we're
it
not
and
talking
it's like
about
it's scrambled again.
masturbating. Scramblating.
Do you remember what, as an old man, I have to ask you, do you remember what that felt like?
Scramblating? Let's see. Well, actually, they didn't. I was like 20 or something when Playboy Channel came out, so I didn't
No,
have.
perfect age range. You were like,
Oh, you know, but
I don't need
here
food.
we go. Here we go.
I don't need food or housing. Just Playboy Channel. You know it.
HBO came out in like 1975 or something.
then Cinemax.
They showed boobs back in 1975, and I was pretty young during that period.
Oh no, yeah. HBO at night. HBO at night, they would show like these super really horrible pornos where like the only thing you were actually seeing was some bizarre innuendo of grinding and perhaps some mammaries.
I think there was a movie called The Three Musketeers, and somebody like Raquel Welch was in it, and she was topless, and that was the first time I saw boobs on TV. It was on HBO in 1975 or 6. or
Dude,
something.
that is a hallmark moment. That
I'll never forget.
Days gone by.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What do you prefer to call the mammarus glandus?
I don't like the T word. Sounds harsh. Sounds like cows have that, and boobs sounds stupid. Just sounds like people call somebody else a boob when they're dumb. And breast sounds too.
Much like chicken.
It sounds.
Do you titter when you
what a-
order a chicken breast at the restaurant? I'll have a.
There's no
Rosemary
good. There's no
chicken
good
breast.
word. Memories, breasts. I used to call them breasts forever, but now I finally call them boobs because so many people say either boobs or tits.
Look,
But
you
I
got-
don't like the tit word for some
You got to
reason.
break out into new territory sometimes.
What else? They need a new word.
I prefer the term milk guns. Milk guns.
Okay.
Because think about it. That's what they are basically. Sometimes,
Exactly.
Look, you haven't lived until you've seen
Full auto.
a lactating woman shut up her kid by spraying from across the room. Kid's like, meh, shut up.
That works.
Right?
She can still be fooling around with daddy and, with one side, spraying the kid with the other side, and keep both
So-
guys happy.
So I have a story. So when I was 8 years old, my Aunt Connie had just given birth, and she was into the whole nature granola thing, right?
Was she full and engorged?
She had been. Aunt Connie was full from birth, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
She had junk just everywhere. so not just in the trunk, but everywhere. I mean, she had she had fat fingernails. So let's put it that way. Anyway, so she had just given birth.
I won't say anything about that you walked funny after you visited Aunt Fanny. What was her name again?
Aunt Connie.
Connie. Okay.
No.
Just thought of Fanny for some reason.
Anyway, so she unfortunately, I guess this is an unfortunate thing for some women who were lactating, had too much milk, right? So the breast area became
Hate
very
that.
sore.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? That you take care of that? Honey, you have too much breast milk. Come here. Squirt my cereal.
Running out of gallon freezer bags. Come on.
Well, it was almost like that. So what she did was she would take her breast milk in the evening, and feed her baby, and I guess put the rest in I don't know, cold storage or some crap.
Yeah.
But she would put some fresh milk.
Did she have a pump?
She did have a pump.
All right.
And these were in the days when the pumps were not like just the
Or
miracles.
a hand crank?
Oh,
Did you
Pretty
have to
much.
do the hand crank?
no, it was worse than that. Like my Uncle Paul had to sit there and, at the end of a hose and a clamp suck the milk. And then, you do gasoline.
Yeah.
And then you pour it in the, right? So you got that, you got to
Get
get
the flow
that,
going.
You gotta get the flow going. Yeah, that's, so,
Okay, that's funny.
so anyway, so she put her breast milk into a jug, right?
Okay.
Well, now this is a house. My Uncle Paul worked.
Milk is milk.
He worked every single day of his life, and he just really hard. And so they had a lot of bounty of food. They had, they had 2 kids when they adopted.
Okay.
And but so here's this new baby, just food. I guess maybe that's normal. Like when you have a kid, suddenly food pops out of every orifice in the house. Oh, here's a cake in the garage. I think I'll eat that. Somebody left that here for me.
They do tend to have more food than like you have in your refrigerator.
Right? Right. So anyway, which is none.
Yes.
Anyway.
Dried up submarine sandwich. That's all I saw.
Hey, it was a good sandwich.
Sure it was. It's preserved now.
It's like it belongs to the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
That sandwich was just good, so good to me.
But I'm sorry, I keep interrupting because I do want to hear the end of Aunt Fanny's breast milk story.
Connie! So anyway, so as I was staying over a house. I was a teenage boy, and that, just being weirded out by like milk and booze.
Oh,
and,
that'd
like,
be gross.
Right? It just there's a smell in the air of like baby's hair and things that are cute, and like fuck that. Heavy metal, death metal, right? So anyway, as teenage boys are wont to do, they're always eating, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably the same as you. I was a bottomless pit,
Oh yeah.
And so anyway, at 3:00 in the morning, I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna have me some fucking cereal.
Yeah.
Because like the good cereal. At my house, we had Cheerios, or not? They weren't even. They were the fake Cheerios. They were like the
Odeos.
Cheapios. Like that. We know this is bullshitios.
Yeah. Walmart O's.
We know that you're poor O's.
KO's.
Okay.
Okay.
So I pour like what is this brand shit? There's raisins in it.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Eating it like a
Right.
fucking squirrel. So and I run to the fridge and I grab some milk and I pour it in there and I'm just fucking tearing this cereal up.
Hey.
Like it did something wrong to me.
Can't imagine where the story's going.
Sweet. Of course you know where the fucking story's going.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for ruining it. Anyway,
I didn't say any.
So of course Aunt Connie comes in. Oh, would you like some hot chocolate, honey? Blah, blah, blah. And then she sees the green jug on the counter.
Oh man.
And she says, "Oh my God, did you drink from that green jug?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Because no, she also did organic milk.
So you didn't notice that the cereal was sweeter
I
than
drank
normal?
my aunt's breast milk is what the punchline is, you fuck.
Oh, that's where the story is going.
When I was a boy,
That is great.
the onion tied to my belt was the fashion at the
So the
time.
dog wouldn't play with you.
How about we play
Okay,
us out?
but no. Okay, let's go. Let's not leave that topic too quickly. Sorry. The cereal was much sweeter than normal, right?
It was.
Yeah.
I have to say, but I did say that look, depending on where I'm at, I'll tell a different version, which is like I'll say, Aunt Connie, oh, the milk was, oh, is there something wrong with this milk? Why? It's the green jug. There's something wrong with this milk.
Yeah.
It tastes a little off. Oh no, that's my breast milk.
Well,
And then I go back to eating. Is the punchline?
Okay. Yeah.
I look her straight in the eye when I'm doing it, going,
Yeah. And Connie, you're my favorite.
Sweet.
Why couldn't you been my mom? But anyway,
Therapy
so
101.
before we leave this topic, my wife, mom of 3 of my kids, breastfed all of them like crazy and pumped and had milk all over the place. And so you can't help but be curious. What does this stuff taste like that these kids are always craving? And
These
so
kids
she,
are always
she put a teeny bit in.
Let's go down to a rock concert and then drink some breast milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll snort some asphalt.
She put a teeny bit into like a Dixie cup type thing, and I had a sip, a very small sip. But it
You
was,
drank the bodily fluids of your wife?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that too much, but the milk was, it was, I mean, it sounds super
The
gross,
milk. It was
but it was sweet. It was good.
the milk.
It was wholesome.
The milk.
It was filling.
Delicious.
That one sip, and I still remember it was. But I mean, if somebody out there in
That
podcast land,
they talk about hyenas. You give them a taste of flesh, a human meat,
yeah.
they're going to be man-eaters, man. They're
All
going to
right.
be man-eaters.
Well, I know I had a hard time unattaching my lips from my poor ex after that. But no, the milk was. Anybody wants to know what that tastes like? Get some whole milk and just put
Mark's wife be
sugar
like,
in
my
it, I
nipples
guess.
are so tender tonight, they hurt. He's like, I'll take care
Oh,
of that.
kids for ya. Put a little sugar in whole milk, and that's what breast milk tastes like. It didn't taste bad at all. It tastes totally fine. Small sip, I promise. Really.
And why is it that we actually think that's gross? Right, like the milk from your partner, the person you love, the
Yeah.
mother of your children, versus like some random cow. Oh, human being milk is disgusting, but cow milk that lives in filth.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness!
don't know. I mean, I cringe thinking about it still.
No, you
but
don't.
I do kind of.
Then why do you have an erection?
What? I shouldn't have worn this little flimsy skirt. Can't hide anything.
That's.
Well, what? It's
time
flowery
to
though.
end
You
the
like
show.
flowers.
It's time to end
It's
the show.
flowery.
No, this is horrible.
Wait, what about your song?
I already did it.
Did it? And it did record.
Well, part of it anyway.
All right. So
Look,
what time is it?
Uh,
We're gonna end on the breast milk subject. That's what we're gonna leave.